how to reduce your choices when it comes to fashion and style. In today's video, I want to share with you 5 ways that have simplified my decision making when getting ready for the day. It's a minimalistic approach to dressing before we get inundated by the changes in seasons and this dire need to spend and add more pieces to our wardrobe and update our collection. To me, the abundance of stuff that we own, from clothing to shoes, accessories, beauty care, all of it can be broken down into 2 categories: what we already have in our closet and what is about to be added from shopping, gifts, or samples. The first point that I want to share with you is sort of a new mantra that I've started adopting. If at the end of the season I haven't worn an item, then it's time to donate it. The reality is that we don't get to wear all our clothes, at least I don't. I have my favorites that I keep reaching for. So this time around, if there's an item that I didn't wear this summer, it will be donated. Now, knowing this in advance, it forces you to wear those pieces that you don't want to get rid of. In the end, the system works because if you didn't wear it, then it means you either didn't have an occasion where to wear it, or you simply didn't prioritize it enough. Either way, the outcome is the same. I like to look at donations as an opportunity for someone else to wear and enjoy the piece. It's sort of like giving away your toys, isn't it? You don't play with them anymore and you don't want to give them away, but at the same time, instead of sitting on a shelf, it might make someone else's day. Now let's talk about things we accept into our collection. Here's how I simplified my decision making when it comes to bringing new products home. Stop accepting samples. Don't we all have our basic 5 to 10 items that we use on repeat? Aren't we loyal to our known brands and products? Why are we accepting others when it comes to our skincare and beauty routine? I know it's counterintuitive, but samples are not to be collected. How often do you use these samples? If you're like me, by now we've already established our core routine products. Let's not even talk about the research that goes behind a new brand before testing it out on our own. We have standards, and part of setting boundaries is to know your worth and accept that quality has a full-size price tag. If you read about a product, it has great reviews, and you want to try it, you know it has good ingredients, then you are willing to pay full price. I like to think that we make long-term investments and we are not looking for quick gains, not when it comes to our skin and health. The reason why I'm mentioning it here is because we just need to get into the habit of saying no to samples. By now, I know my favorite mascara, for example, and I don't need to keep trying them all out. I also don't need 5 of them somewhere in a drawer. I like to keep 1 extra for when I run out and replenish when on sale during the holidays. And speaking of sales, stop shopping for sales. I mentioned the sales before, and I am now agreeing with myself more and more, and I'm almost certain that sales are a dupe. I read a lot of marketing and product strategies for business purposes, and it's astonishing to me to learn about the tactics used by brands. Lowering the prices at the end of the season, for example. We can find great deals, but that's assuming that we've done our research and wait for that wool coat to go on sale so we can finally buy it. Most people just shop because the prices are low for instant gratification, and most often than not settle for styles or colors or even sizes that are unfit just to have a perceived quick win. Remember this, you can save even more if you don't buy it in the first place. I just don't even look at sales. I actually try to steer clear of them because my first thought is, what's wrong with it? The shift in mentality, if you don't already have it, is that if you really want something, you will pay full price. If you're not willing to pay full price in the perfect color that you want, even if it's not on sale, then you probably don't want it and you should refuse it altogether. Now, going back to setting boundaries for yourself, don't settle. You know what you want, what you're looking for, the size, shape, style. Don't compromise on any of them if it doesn't check off all your boxes. It's not meant to be. Walk away and look somewhere else. From my experience, when I paid the price for the one piece that I really wanted, not only did it make it to my favorites list, but the value of it increased in my eyes because I know it works for me. It makes me feel my best every single time. This feeling is priceless. Next point is to stop shopping for clothes in stores that don't specialize in women's dressing. I know some of you will disagree a lot, but as convenient as Walmart and Target are sometimes, they are the fast food of clothes, not the exquisite sit-down meal built around your specific long-term needs. A brand new concept that I thought of was to put together the blueprint of what I'm looking for. So when searching for shoes, for example, you look at material, height, shape, and lifestyle. Where are you going to wear it, right? So for example, I am shopping for pumps this season. I know I want a pair of work shoes, leather or suede pumps, maximum 70 millimeters or 2.5 inches, pointy toe. This means that I won't look at PVC or man-made. I won't look at other colors. I won't look at cage boots or any other party shoes. So think of it as setting the filter when shopping online. You automatically remove all the extras that don't meet your criteria. The problem is when we shop in person, we need to have these filters in mind. Create your blueprint and don't compromise on any of the features. Based on this blueprint, you now can classify which stores might sell the type of shoes you're looking for. So for example, if I look for leather shoes, I already know what stores don't sell it. Macy's is one of them. Search online your favorite retailer and you can quickly figure out which ones to avoid. Macy's, for example, has a nice selection of Calvin Klein dresses. So does Nordstrom Rack. So that's where I would go for dresses. Costco, for example, has nice quality basics at very good prices. So here's where I would shop for wool socks and clothes for layering, like wool undershirts and pants, SPF shirts as well. Know what stores sells the items that you want and don't mix them up. Only shop in colors that fit with the rest of your wardrobe. This is a big one for me because oftentimes I feel limited by what stores offer. The trendy colors of the season and we don't have too many options, right? The times I bought some odd color, it backfired. So over the years, I learned to not buy any pieces that I don't already have clothes to match with in my own closet. An alternative is to have a handful of neutrals that will go with most everything else, such as a white button shirt or a simple layering top, but it still needs to match in tone. If you buy mostly warm shades, a cool blue will look out of place, so you still can't go very far off from what you already have. Next point is to only shop for shapes that historically show that make me look and feel good. This point is about sticking with what you know that works. For me, I know the A-line shape is a winner. It's just so much easier when we stick with what we know. Yes, sometimes we want to try something new, but in this case, also look for that common element that you have in your favorites. It might be the neckline, the waistline, the length of a dress perhaps, the accessories on it, the height of the pants. There has to be something that says, this piece is me because ... That shows you know it's a win for your collection. I want to know how many pieces have you not worn this season, and are you thinking about donating? Creating space for clarity in our minds allows us to see the clothes we do keep in a brand new light, gives them more exposure, and makes the process of choosing what to wear easier and faster. One last example that I want to share with you are the exquisite boutiques that sell luxury clothes. Have you noticed how few items are displayed displayed at one time. It feels rich and elevated, doesn't it? In contrast, discount stores are packed with hangers and you have to push your way to even be able to see anything from top to bottom. The boutique layout is the perfect image I strive for: simplicity in the closet and smooth decision making in the morning so that we can start our day in a positive note. I hope you enjoyed these tips. Let me know what's your biggest challenge when dressing in the morning. I will see you in my next video here.